My birth country was actually Chiang Mai, Thailand. So I was born overseas as a missionary kid. And then I was raised in Cambodia, Phnom Penh, Cambodia for most of my young life. It was a blast. It was the only thing I really knew, so it didn't necessarily feel different. But then when we would come back on home assignment from my parents' missions work, it would feel like I was in a totally new place. And I was, but the two cultures that I found myself in repeatedly were the American culture in Seattle, Washington, and that of Cambodia. And so these two cultures started to grade against each other. They started to form a new culture that is what a third culture kid is all about. We're stuck between two different cultures that are constantly pulling. And so the culture of a TCK is wildly different than his home culture or her home culture and the one that they're living in at the time. That brought about some really stressful feelings, culture shock, not feeling like I belonged anywhere, not feeling like I had a set home. It really came to a head when my parents and my family moved back to the United States, and that left me feeling lost and simply adrift. One of the things that my family and I really wanted and really needed to be rooted here was a church family. We came to ECC for the first time and we were hooked. I made a decision. I don't want to be lost anymore. I don't want to be untethered, nameless, not necessarily finding a place where I want to find where I belong. God, during this time, just really grew that in me, grew this courage. Even though I was like terrified out of my wits of starting all over again, he started giving me courage. He started nudging my heart towards certain people. I started talking to people. I started asking questions. I started trying to create these relationships. And over time, those conversations with people, those little bits of curiosity, they grew into friendships, amazing friendships that I could never have brought on myself. When in community, when I could voice these things that were on my heart, these longings for a home, these kind of lost in the waves kind of feelings, I was like, people were able to come alongside me, like support me, even pray for me. So in a sense, God grew me as he was growing my community around me. God is my shepherd. He is my good shepherd.